Hey everybody, Jean-Luc here with Tay.
What up?
Expert Destiny fan of GameSpot offices, and Destiny 2 has finally been officially revealed today. They just had their brand new trailer, Rally the Troops.
Yep.
And they showed off a couple cool things in it. Yeah, why don't we get started with that?
Yeah, we'll break it down a little bit to the best of our ability. So finally, it looks like the Cabal are going to have a bigger kind of impact in the Destiny world. They appear to be invading and attacking the tower. They've pretty much destroyed the tower, so to speak. And you see Zavala, Cade 6, Ikora kind of telling you the story about like what was happening there and like how they got to the point that they're at now, where they're trying to rally the said troops because the tower has fallen.
Yeah, at first I was a little disappointed. I was kind of hoping for like a whole new enemy faction, but I did kind of, thinking about it, realize that like the Cabal actually haven't really had like a major sort of like story of their own yet in the Destiny universe, so it is kind of cool to see that. They talk about the enemy, the main bad guy is called what was it, Gaul?
No, it's Gary.
Definitely
Gary.
Yes.
I think everyone's going to be looking for group for Gary.
Looking for group for Gary, yes, absolutely. He's the leader of the Red Legion, as it says in the on the website. And they do say you're going to be venturing to mysterious, unexplored worlds in the solar system to discover an arsenal of weapons and devastating new combat abilities. So, new stuff.
Yeah, definitely going to be new loot, as Cade 6 alluded to at the end of the trailer.
Also, there will be a ton of loot! Yeah, right? That's what I thought.
But yeah, definitely going to have hopefully some new weapons. We also saw some old weapons in the trailer. There was some Amalon looking weapons, some Suros looking weapons, and some Vanguard stuff. But it'll be interesting to see how the subclasses change for the three main classes.
Yeah.
We don't know if there's any new classes, but for sure on the website it did show the Hunter, the Titan, the Warlock.
Yep.
So hoping for new subclasses for sure, and interested to see what they do with the new loot, because it's such a big integral part of Destiny.
Absolutely. I'm curious about sort of new unexplored worlds. Like, I want to see kind of where they can take this. I'm imagining this is sort of going to be like it's weird. Like, I was thinking about this, how this is like a weird parallel to Halo 2, where like I'm kind of thinking like the beginning of the game is going to be like on Earth, and then you got to leave and get help. But then like they actually have to now, this is like their chance to redeem themselves and actually like come back and actually like you have a climactic fight on Earth rather than like end the game mid.
Yeah, I mean,
way.
I think it was Blitzkrieg 1 on Reddit.
Yeah.
That brought up a pretty interesting and kind of cool point potentially, that maybe our first raid in Destiny 2 will be in the tower, and maybe we'll scale what's left of the tower, a la like the raid, the movie.
I would be so into that, especially if it's like the final battles on the courtyard itself, like this iconic location that like everyone remembers, and like that would be so cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty amazing. So yeah, there's also going to be, I think, the first time we're ever going to see gameplay of Destiny 2. I think it's going to be revealed on May 18th.
May 18th,
on a
yes.
live stream by Bungie. So definitely looking forward to that. But you can pre-order it now. I think there's a couple different bundles. Did you check those out?
Yeah, check those out. So they're offering a couple things. First off, they're already offering the expansion pass the same way they did with the first Destiny. So they're still doing, seems like those smaller expansions as well.
And there's going to be 2, right, in this expansion pass? Yep.
Yeah, it says it's offering brand new story missions, cooperative activities, multiplayer, and a wealth of new weapons, armor, and gear. The interesting part is that they show on the symbols, they show the Trials of Osiris symbol, and then they showed another symbol that is, apparently it's on the Grimoire card for Rasputin, so I think it's like the Warmind symbol. So maybe like a little expansion relating to the Warminds as well, which that would make sense, like wanting to have the Warminds be involved.
Yeah, they've kind of tapped that, maybe not tapped is the right word, but they've kind of alluded to some of that Rasputin storyline and some of the Warmind stuff, but they haven't like really dived into it yet. So it would be interesting to see once that expansion pack comes out. But yeah,
they have a lot of like story threads. They've kind of been like left open at the end of Destiny, and like I want to see. Obviously, the other factions are going to be in the game as well. So like, you know, like the Taken King kind of left things open, and maybe they won't continue that storyline necessarily, but kind of like start to hint at like other stuff past this first thing with the Red Legion and like where the game could go from there would be pretty cool.
I guess the only other thing I can think of in terms of just watching the trailer was, I mean, this is a small thing, but after seeing kind of Zavala, Ikora, and Cade 6 kind of giving their speeches in a way, Ikora not so much, but Cade 6 and Zavala, I'm wondering if, you know how they had Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, Future War Call, maybe they don't do that anymore in terms of clans, but maybe they base it off of like Zavala, Cade 6, Ikora. I don't know if they'll do that, but that just seems kind of interesting in a way, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely going to give them more character focus for sure. That was something they were already starting to do with like the Taken King, and I think they're really just going to like continue to expand on that. Like, and they're really like the website emphasized them as like they're the leader of each different class, the Hunter and the Vanguard and Warlock. So like I think maybe the idea of more class specific missions with them could maybe be like in like a faction kind of way could be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess the one other thing that confirmed today that's pretty big news is it's finally going to make it to PC.
Yes.
Which is big for you, I know that.
I'm struggling right now. I don't know which one to pick. So at first I was like, well, like maybe I'll get PS4. All my friends have PS4. And then like I messaged my friends and said, all right, guys, which version are you getting? They're all like, yeah, we're getting PC. And I'm like, and I don't know, especially because PlayStation still has those exclusives. It says on the website that there is going to be exclusive content. It's still that 1 year thing, so whatever PlayStation gets, everyone else won't get till at least fall of 2018, which it's like, oh man, like I don't know, like am I going to miss that stuff? Am I going to miss those extra guns? And I don't know.
Yeah, and we won't know too in terms of like there is going to be a beta, obviously. We're guessing maybe June-ish or so, not confirmed obviously, but it would make sense because they'll probably have more information about the game at E3 as well.
Yes,
and
they said more details. They specifically said more details about the PlayStation exclusives in the summer, which very much implies Sony press conference. Probably going to have a reveal there is my guess. But yeah, they said the beta is just sometime later in the summer. No official release date. They did say, however, it is an open beta. So the early access you get through pre-order just seems like you get it like maybe like a week or two early. But they are going to have it open for everyone, which is that's pretty
crazy. Yeah, kind of curious too if they'll ever have a closed one before that. Maybe not. Maybe PS4 gets that little like 1-2 day start over everyone. But why don't you guys leave us your comments, your thoughts on what you think of the Destiny 2 trailer and what you guys want in Destiny 2. Hit that subscribe button and follow us for more coverage of Destiny 2. Thanks, Jean-Luc.
Thanks, hey.
See you guys later.